Good morning, everybody. This is Robert from RJL 518. It is Monday, and we welcome you to another exciting game of Inside Pitch. This is the 1985 One and Gone, and this is the championship game 25. We are at Shea Stadium. The number 8 Cincinnati Reds meet up with the number 3 New York Mets to decide the winner and champion of the 1985 One and Gone tournament. As we go ahead and take a look at the way these two teams got here. For the Cincinnati Reds, they had to beat the Cleveland Indians in the first round 5-2. A tough game against the Chicago White Sox in the second round, and then knocking off the Chicago Cubs in the third round. And in the semifinals, they had to beat the New York Yankees, and they crushed them. They crushed them 7-1 in that game against the Yankees. For the New York Mets, they received a bye into the second round automatically. A tough game against the Astros, and then moving into the third round for a tough game against the Royals. Taking matters into their own hands, they knocked off the Toronto Blue Jays, which in my opinion may have been the best team in the tournament, even though they were the number 2 seed and the Cardinals were the number 1. It is now time for the championship as the Reds and the Mets meet here at Shea Stadium. Bears Den 007 is first through the turnstiles here at Shea Stadium as he joins us for this game. The winner of this game, of course, goes into the One and Gone Tournament of Champions, Hall of Champions, and we are keeping track of who gets into the champions, into the Hall of Champions for something very far in the future, but you never know. This should be a game. I know I'm waiting for Reds fans to show up. If you're a Reds fan, I might ask for you to make a strategy call. We'll see what happens. Top of the first inning, starting pitcher for the 1985 New York Mets is Dr. K, Dwight Gooden. He was 24-4 with a 1.53 ERA. He was the big man of the time during that and won the Cy Young Award. This should be exciting, and I hope we have a good matchup today. He is on the mound. Leading off for the Cincinnati Reds will be center fielder Eddie Milner. Top of the first, fans here at Shea Stadium coming in. Championship on the line. Here we go. Gooden's first pitch is a 1-6. That's a strikeout chance, and that die is between a 5 or an 18. I'm going to have to re-roll that. That's a leaner. That's a 2 strikeout chance. Milner goes down on strikes. That's out number 1. First strikeout for Gooden. Next batter up is first baseman Pete Rose. Shea Stadium adds 2 to strikeouts and subtracts 1 from walks. Gooden's pitch, 2-3 against the switch hitter. That's a lefty, and that is going to be an automatic out as Rose is hitting from the left side, and that's a fly out to center. That is out number 2. And here is the right fielder, Dave Parker. Gooden checks and deals. That's a 6-2. That's a possible error. Parker swings 4-1. That's a fly ball center field. That is hit to Mookie Wilson. His error rating is a 15. That's an 8, but it's got to be an odd number on a fly out to center, which means that Wilson will make the catch and retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for the Doctor. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the 1985 Cincinnati Reds is Tom Browning. 20-game winner. He was 20-9 with a 3.55 ERA. Leading off for the Mets will be center fielder Mookie Wilson. Tribe fan joins us here at Shea Stadium for this championship game. Browning will pitch 1-4. That's at the park. Shea Stadium 1-5. That's a star 2, and it's a fly out to center. And that's out number 1. Here comes second baseman Wally Backman. Browning will pitch, and that's a 2-2. That's a strikeout chance. That 14 is going to get him. Backman against the lefty is a 12. But 2 added from Shea Stadium makes it a 14. That is a 14, and Backman goes down. Strikeout number 1 for Browning. He had 155 of them in 85. Next up is the first baseman, Keith Hernandez. Browning with the pitch. 4-4, strikeout chance, 14 high. Hernandez will bat. 4-1, single into center field for a base hit. Hernandez will hold it first. 2-out single for Hernandez. And that will bring up the catcher, Gary Carter, who should be in the Hall of Fame as a Mets, wearing a Mets cap, not an Expos cap, but oh well. 2 outs, Strat will be rolled. That is a 12, no play. Browning will pitch to Carter. And that's a 5-6 strikeout chance. 10 is too high. Carter gets the swing. 4-4, and he grounds it to second base. And that will throw to first and end the inning. So no runs and a hit for the Mets. No score after 1. We go to the top of the second inning. Leading off for the Reds is left fielder Cesar Cedeno. Gooden with the pitch. And that's a 5-6 walk chance. The 2 is good. Cedeno will go to first. So Gooden walks the leadoff batter. And that will bring up third baseman Nick Isaski. Cedeno on at first. He is definitely a stealing threat. Infield goes halfway. Strat roll says a 14. There'll be no play. Gooden will pitch. 2-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Isaski will swing 6-6. And against a right-hander, that is a fly out to right. Fly ball to right field, and Cedeno holds at first. That's out number 1. Here's the shortstop, Dave Concepcion. Checking a strat roll. That's a 10, no play. Gooden will pitch. 2-3 against the right. That's a walk chance, and that 8 is going to be good enough. He walks Concepcion. Gives up the walk. Second walk issued by Gooden. Runners at first and second with 1 out. The batter is the second baseman, Ron Oster. Infield still halfway. Gooden in a little bit of a jam. Strat roll says a 15. There'll be no play. Gooden will pitch. That's a 1-3. That's a walk chance. And against a righty, that's a 9. -1 is an 8. It'll be too high. Oster does get to swing. 3-6, and it's a fly ball to left field. And that is out number 2. And Cedeno holds at second, and the infield will go back to normal. Next up is the catcher, Bo Diaz. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. The doctor is on the mound, and it will still roll a strat, and that's a 6. Cedeno divided, let's see, is there a steal attempt? 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. No play. Tim Pepper joins us here at Shea Stadium. Gooden with the pitch, 3-1. That is a possible home run with a question mark. Diaz is a righty, a 1-7. That's a 6. It passes. Bo Diaz has an 11. On a 1-11, Diaz just hit this one out of here. It is a 4. It is high, deep, and gone. Bo Diaz, 3-run home run off of the doctor. Dwight Gooden pitches Bo Diaz a meatball, and he turns it into lasagna. It's a 3-run jack, and the Reds take a 3-0 lead on the Mets. Stadium groans. Not a good pitch by Gooden, and the Reds jump out 3-0 on a homer by Diaz. The batter now was the pitcher, Tom Browning, with 2 outs in the top of the second. Gooden with the pitch, 5-3 against the lefty. That's a walk +10. Browning becomes a 15. That's a 6, and he walks the pitcher. They're going to go talk to Gooden. Going to get him on there on the mound real quick. He's got the third walk issued by Gooden in this inning. And 2 outs still. The batter is Eddie Milner. Infield is normal. We will roll for a strat. And there is a 20. Gooden tries to throw to first to get Browning. It's a 17, and Browning gets back. Pickoff attempt, but no good there. Gooden will now pitch to Milner. And that is a 3-4 against the lefty. Strikeout chance. The 9 is too high. Milner gets the swing. 4-3. It's a single past second base for a base hit. Browning's base running rating 2 becomes a 3. And in order to get to third base, it needs to be a 3, and it is. Browning will get to third. He will hold there. And the inning continues. Still 2 outs. And the batter is Pete Rose to keep the inning going. Reds leading 3-0 in the top of the second. Still 2 outs. Strat roll says a 9. Let's see. Milner. You're not going to do a hit and run with 2 outs, so there'll be no play. Gooden. Here's the pitch from Gooden. That's a 5-2. It's a wild pitch. That's a 10. It's to the backstop. It's to the backstop. Browning will come in to score. Milner goes to second. 4-0 Reds. Nothing Reds now. Oh, Gooden not off to a good start at all. And still 2 outs as Gooden throws it back to the backstop. And Milner goes to second. The batter is Rose. Fans here at Shea Stadium in a state of shock. Dwight Gooden. 3 walks, a wild pitch, and a home run. Tough inning for the doctor. Doctor probably did not study last night. We'll roll the strat roll. That's an 11. There'll be no play. Gooden will pitch to Rose. That's a 4-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Rose gets the swing. 3-4 against the righter. That is a fly ball to left field. And that will end the inning. 4 runs for the Reds on 2 hits, 3 walks, a wild pitch. Bottom of the second, 4-0 Cincy. As Tribe Fan says, Doc Gooden looking like Wild Thing Vaughn. Bottom of the second, now can the Mets make some comeback? Here's the batter, right fielder Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry hit a home run in this tournament in the first game against the Astros. Pitch from Browning. That's a 6-5. It's a blank. Strawberry gets the swing. 5-2. It's a leadoff double into right field. Strawberry gets a leadoff double. He will go to second. The Mets get the leadoff runner on. The batter will be left fielder George Foster. Strawberry on second. Can the Mets get any runs back? Strat roll says a 5. Strawberry, 6 minus 1 is 5 divided by 2 is a 3. No hit and run with a runner on second. So there'll be no play. Infield is normal. Browning will pitch. That's a 6-5. Again, that's a blank. Foster gets the swing. 4-1. It's a ground ball to third. The throw will go to first for out number 1. Strawberry's base running rating is a 4. The only way he can get to third is on a 6 roll. And he doesn't, so he'll hold at second base, but there is 1 out. Here's third baseman Howard Johnson. Checking a strat roll. Strat roll says a 15, no play. Browning will pitch to Johnson. That's a 5-5, and that's a walk chance. The 14 is going to be too high. Johnson does get to swing. It's a 4-2. It's a star 6, and it'll be a fly out to right. On a fly ball to right field, Darryl Strawberry's base running rating is a 4. On a 4 or less, he'll get over to third. 6-6, he's out. And he does get to third base. And Strawberry's there, but there are 2 outs. Here's the shortstop, Rafael Santana. 2 outs, rolling the strat. And that is a 13, no play. Browning will pitch to Santana, 5-1. It's a blank. Santana does get to swing. He swings 2-5. It's a ground ball to second base. Throw goes to first, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit for the Mets. A leadoff double by Strawberry, and the Mets cannot get him in. At the end of 2, 4-0 Reds. And we go to the top of the third. Let's see if Gooden settled down a little bit since that horrible inning he just had. Dave Parker leads off for the Reds in the top of the third. Here's the pitch from Gooden. That's a 3-2. Error on a grounder. Parker swings 6-1. It's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Backman. Error rating 3. 19. He's got it. Throws to first. Out number 1. Next up is Cedeno. Cedeno walked his last time up. Pitch from Dr. K, 6-1, error on a throw. Cedeno will bat 3-4. That against a right-hander, that is a fly ball center field. There will be no error there, and that's out number 2. Here is Nick Asaski. Asaski is 0 for 1. Gooden with the pitch. That's a 3-6. And against a right-hander, that is a straight home run check. Asaski against a righty is a 20. That's a 10. It's automatic. Pow! Asaski hits one high. He hits one deep. It's out of here. Nick Asaski, solo home run for the Reds. And the Reds are on their way. Solo shot by Asaski. Second homer given up by Gooden. 5-0 Reds. As Forever Remain 90 joins us here at Shea Stadium. And he's saying go Mets, but unfortunately the scoreboard does not look too good. Here's Dave Concepcion. Still 2 outs. The Gooden is due to bat in the bottom of the third. Doesn't look like he's going to get a chance, so the Mets want him to finish the inning out. Gooden will pitch. And that is a 3-3 against a righty. Strikeout plus 10. And against a righty, that's a 6. Becomes a 16. Plus 2 is 18. But the 20 is too high. Concepcion gets the swing. 1-4, and he singles to right. Oh, Gooden is not getting the rolls today. Base hit for Concepcion. And he'll go to first. The next batter is Ron Oster with a runner on first base. They want Gooden to finish the inning. 2 outs. Still rolling a strat. Roll 11, no play. Gooden will pitch. 5-6. That's a walk chance. The 18 is too high. Oster gets to swing. 2-5, star 1. It's a ground ball to second base. Throw goes to first, and the inning is over. 1 run for the Reds on 2 hits, a solo shot by Asaski. We go to the bottom of the third, 5-0 Reds. As they come out swinging, and Gooden has absolutely no control in this game. The Reds chase Dwight Gooden out after 2.5. Tom Browning will bat, and the Mets will pitch, and the Mets will go to the bench. And they will have Ray Knight pinch hit. 271 at bats again, and I'll use him against the lefty. Ray Knight will pinch hit for the Mets here in the bottom of the third as the Reds chase away the doctor. As the doctor was out today. Browning's pitch tonight. That's a 2-4. That's a strikeout chance, and the 4 will get Knight. Struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Browning. Top of the order for the Mets. Here's Wilson. Browning with the pitch. 2-2. Strikeout chance. 12. That's good. Nope, that's too high. Wilson's strikeout rating is an 8. Wilson gets the swing. 4-5. And he singles past second base for a base hit. Wilson will get on. First hit of the game for Wilson. Next batter for the Mets is Backman. Infield goes halfway. Strat roll says an 8. That would be a possible hit and run. You're not doing that. Down by 5 runs. Backman will hit. Here's the pitch from Browning. 5-5. That's a walk chance, and he walks Backman. Backman with the base on balls. With that 2. Runners at first and second now. Can the Mets get some action? Here's Keith Hernandez. Infield still halfway. Strat roll says a 19. No play. Browning will pitch to Hernandez. Mets need runs. Pitch from Browning. 5-2. Strikeout chance. 10 is too high. Hernandez gets the swing. 5-6. It's a fly ball to left field. It's a fly out to left, and that's 2 outs. And here's Gary Carter. 2 outs now. Infield back to normal. Strat roll says an 8. There's no play. Runners at first and second. Pitch from Browning. And that's a 1-4. That's at the park. Shea Stadium 3-1. Fly ball left field. Cedeno will get there and make the catch. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and a walk. Still 5-0 Reds. They are in command. Bo Diaz will lead off for the Reds here in the top of the 4th. He hit a 3-run homer his last time up. Mets need a pitcher. And let's see, you got a righty, a lefty, and a lefty. So I think the Mets, coming on to pitch for the Mets, will be Bill Latham, 1-3, 3.97 ERA. Bill Latham will pitch to Diaz here to start the top of the 4th. Latham's pitch, 6-6. That's a range play. Diaz swings 6-6. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Santana. His range is a 3. He's got it. Santana's got it and throws to first for out number 1. Next batter for the Reds is Tom Browning. Latham's pitch, 1-4, strikeout chance, and Browning will go down. That's out number 2. And now Eddie Milner. Milner is 1 for 2, singled and struck out. Pitch from Latham. That's a 3-3, error on a throw. Milner hits 2-2. That's a star 9. That's a hit column roll 9 against the lefty, a 1-4. That's a 13 instead. That's going to be a fly out to left. There's no error on a throw there. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 inning for Bill Latham, but it's still 5-0 in favor of the Reds. Here's Darryl Strawberry to start to lead off the bottom of the fourth. The Mets have had base runners but can't get anybody in. Browning's pitch, 2-6. That's a blank. Strawberry swings, 3-1, star 4. It's a ground out to short. Foster is thrown out at first. And the next batter is George Foster. Browning will pitch. 1-1, strikeout chance. 2 gets him. And that is strikeout number 3 for Browning. And now Howard Johnson, Hojo. 2 outs. Browning's pitch. 3-2. That's a possible home. That's a home run with a question mark. Johnson's hitting from the right side. A 1-20 is automatic. We go to here. Johnson against the lefty is a 15. A 1-15. Johnson gets the Mets on the board. It's a 2, and he does. High fly ball deep to right field. That ball is gone. He pulls it there. Home run, Howard Johnson. Howard Johnson hitting from the right side made a big difference because it's an automatic check. And then against the lefty, it's a 15. He rolls a 2. Solo home run for Johnson. Mets are on the board 5-1. Here's Rafael Santana. Shea Stadium wants to cheer, but they got a long way to go. But Johnson gets him on the board. Here's the pitch from Browning to Santana. That's a 5-5. It's a walk chance. The 14 is too high. Santana does swing 4-5, and it's a ground out to second base. Throw goes to first, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 hit, but the hit was a big one. A solo shot by Johnson. 5-1 at the end of 4. Top of the 5th coming up. Bill Latham is due to bat first in the bottom of the 5th. And we'll see if the Mets want to keep him out there. Looks like they will. Pete Rose will bat for Cincinnati to lead off the top of the 5th inning. Rose is 0 for 2. Pitch from Latham, 5-6. That's a blank. Rose gets the swing, 4-2. And against the lefty, that's a base hit past first base. It's a single for Rose. He gets a hit. That's his first hit of the game. And batter now is Dave Parker. Infield goes to halfway. Strat roll says a 16, no play. Latham will pitch. 5-1. That's a blank. Parker gets the swing. 2-4. It's a ball hit to center field against the lefty. That's a 4, and that's going to be a base hit for Parker. That's a base hit for Parker. It's a single to center. Single to center. Pete Rose's base running rating is a 2. To get the third base -1. And the ball is hit to Wilson. He adds 1. A 1-2. Rose will make it to third. And that is a 2, and he does. Rose gets to third base. Parker gets a single into center field. Big base hit for Parker. Runners at first and third. No one out in the top of the 5th. Here's Cesar Cedeno. Mets are going to call the infield in. They cannot afford any more runs to score. Base running rating of 2. Pete Rose will not go on contact. Because his base running rating is a 0, so with the infield automatically in. So he does not go on contact. But there are nobody out. Latham will pitch to Cedeno. Reds in business. Do a strat roll. Strat rolls as a 6, no play. Latham pitches. 5-2, it's a blank. Cedeno gets the swing. 2-3. And that's going to be a ground ball to third base. Rose is not going, so they try for the double play. But the infield was in. So at the infield in, the only double play they got is it's an automatic out. So the throw goes to first to get Cedeno. Parker goes to second, and that's one out. The only double play you can have is a home to first with the infield in. So Cedeno grounds out, but Parker moves to third. And Parker moves to second, and the runner holds. Runners at second and third now with one out. The batter is Nick Asaski. Asaski 1 for 2 with a home run in this game. Runners at second and third. The Mets are going to keep the infield in. They do not want any more runs to score. Pete Rose, however, will not go on contact because he has his base running rating becomes a 0, so we cannot go anyway with the infield in. Time out for a moment. Wanted to check something out. All right. So runners at second and third, infield in. Still rolling for Strat. That's a 13, no play. Latham will pitch. And that's a 5-3. That's a blank. He's not tired. Asaski gets the swing. 6-3. It's a ground ball to short. Rose is not running. The throw will go to first to get the out, and that's 2 outs. As the infield in prevents Rose from running, and the throw goes to first, that's out number 2. So the Mets trying to keep Rose from scoring. Now the infield goes back to normal. And here's Dave Concepcion with runners at second and third. Latham will be tired after this batter, and they're hoping maybe they can hold on. Concepcion is 1 for 1. He has a single and a walk. 2 outs. Still rolling the Strat. Strat says the 13, no play. Latham with the pitch. 4-2. That's a blank. Concepcion swings. 6-6. Star 6 will get out of the inning. A ground ball at the third. The throw goes to first. Side retired. 2 singles, and then 3 straight ground outs, and the Mets get out of it. No runs for the Reds, 2 hits. Halfway through the ball game, 5-1 in favor of Cincinnati. Like to remind you, this is the last game of the 1985 One and Gone. Tomorrow, we continue Inside Pitch Seasons as we now move forward in time to the next One and Gone tournament. And we're going to 1986. I've already chosen that game, and that will be Game 6 of the 1986 World Series between the Red Sox and the Mets at Shea Stadium. Game 6 of that will be Inside Pitch Seasons tomorrow as we go to 1986 now. And we now play one game from each season as we move forward in Inside Pitch Season's time. Remember, Inside Pitch does not have every season, so we move from 1986, and then after that, on Wednesday will be 1988. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Shea Stadium as he sees the Reds leading 5-1 in this championship game. Also tonight, the San Francisco Giants meet up with the St. Louis Cardinals in Payoff Pitch 85 season. Pinch hitter coming up for the Mets here to lead off the bottom of the 5th. And they're going to go with Danny Heap. Danny Heap will lead it off, pinch hitting for Latham as he did his job. And the Mets find themselves down 5-1. Browning's pitch. That's a 5-6. That's a strikeout chance. 16 too high. Heap will swing. 5-4. And against the lefty, it's a base hit. Past first base, it's a single. Danny Heap comes up with a big base hit. to lead off the inning. Heap will hold it first. The batter will be Mookie Wilson. Wilson's 1 for 2. Infield goes halfway for the Reds. Strat says a 6, there'll be no play. Browning will pitch to Wilson. That's a 4-6. That's a double question mark against a switch hitter. Wilson hitting from the right side. A 1-10 is an automatic out. That's a 15. It clears. No, that will be a blank. Wilson gets the swing. 2-4. It's a star 4. It's a ground ball to short. Wilson's double play rating's a 3. Halfway plus 1 is 4. Second baseman Oster, no adjustment. A 1-4. They turn the double play, and they do not. The throw goes to second. Heap is out. Wilson beats the throw to first. 1 down. Wilson's speed gets him to first. The batter now is Backman. Infield still halfway. Strat says a 12. There'll be no play. Browning will pitch. And that's a 5-1. That's a blank. Backman gets the swing. 4-6. It's a fly ball center field. That's caught by Milner. And that is out number 2. Wilson, of course, stays at first. The batter now is Hernandez. Infield goes back to normal. Hernandez is 1 for 2. Browning will pitch. And that's a 5-6. Strikeout chance. 3 gets Hernandez. He is out of there. Strikeout number 4 for Browning, and the Mets go down. No runs, a hit. The Mets have gotten a hit in every single inning so far, but it's the Reds leading 5-1 as they chased Gooden out of here. We go to the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher for the Mets coming up. Switch right-left coming up for the Reds. It's the 6th inning. The Mets are going to go with Terry Leach. 3-4, 1 save, a 2.91 ERA. Leading off for the Reds will be Ron Oster. Oster's 0 for 2. Leach will pitch. That's a 6-3. That's a walk chance. The 19 is too high. Oster gets the swing. 2-1. Ground ball to third base. Johnson throws it over to first for out number 1. And here's Bo Diaz. He hit the home run off of Gooden in the 2nd inning, which put the Reds up 3-0. And then Gooden just couldn't stay wild. What a hard day for the doctor. Just couldn't get anything done right. Had 3 walks. He was just not good. Terry Leach will pitch to Diaz here. Pitch from Leach, 4-2. And against the righty, that is an automatic out. It's a star, and it will be a star 6, a ground ball to short. That's the 5th straight ground out by the Reds. The batter now is the pitcher, Tom Browning. Browning is 0 for 1, walked on a base and struck out. 6th inning, let's see, Browning has 29 batters. And they're gonna let Browning bat. You're up 5-1. You're in the 6th inning. They're gonna let Browning hit. Pitch from Leach, 3-5 is a blank. Browning does get to swing, 6-2, and he grounds it to short, and that's the end of the inning. 6 straight ground out by the Reds. And they go down in order. Bottom of the 6th coming up, still 5-1. As the Reds are in control. Leading off for the Mets is Gary Carter. Carter is 0 for 2. Pitch from Browning. That's a 4-1. Possible error. Carter will bat 6-4. It's a fly ball to left field. The ball is hit to Cedeno. His error rating is a 4. That's an 11. He'll make the catch. Out number 1. Next up is Darryl Strawberry. Strawberry is 1 for 2. He doubled his first time up. Browning's pitch. 3-4. Strikeout chance. 8 gets him. Strawberry goes down. That's strikeout number 5 for Browning. And now George Foster comes up. Foster is 0 for 2. Browning has pitched a gem. He is only a mistake, a home run to Hojo. Browning's pitch, 5-4. It's a blank. Foster gets the swing, 1-5, star 4. It's a ground ball to short. And Concepcion will throw him out and retire the side. And that is the first time in this game Tom Browning retires the Mets in order. 6 are in the books. And the Reds still lead it 5-1. Top of the 7th. Leading off for the Reds will be Eddie Milner. Mets are going to go to the pen, although Terry Leach was due to bat third in the 7th inning. The Mets are going to try to keep it. They got 2 lefties and a switch coming up. Mets are going to go to the pen. And they're going to go with, maybe a little bit crazy, but I'm going to go with Tom Gorman. 4-4, 5.13 ERA, but he's a lefty. This could be on a short leash with a 5.13 ERA, but Tom Gorman will pitch to Eddie Milner here on the top of the 7th as the Mets are going to play left on left. Pitch from Gorman is a 5-1 strikeout chance, and 4 gets him. He strikes out Milner. Good way to start for him on a strikeout, 1 down. And here's Pete Rose. Gorman's pitch. And that's a 6-5. That's against the switch hitter right side. That's a strikeout chance. 17 too high. Rose does get to swing. And that's a 5-6, and he flies out to left. That's out number 2. Here's Dave Parker. Gorman will pitch. And that's a 4-5. That's a walk chance, and the 6 is too high. Parker has a walk rating of 1. -1 would have been pretty much impossible. Would have been virtually no way. But Parker does get to swing. He swings with a 1-2, and he flies out to center field. A 1-2-3 inning for Gorman. He does his job. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. 5-1 Reds in this championship game. Remember, tomorrow we will have Inside Pitch Seasons as we begin moving forward again. Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. The Mets will play the Red Sox in that matchup. And that will be tomorrow on Inside Pitch Seasons. And then we have the Giants and the Cardinals tonight. Payoff pitch 85. Be there or be square. Still wondering where all my Reds fans are. Not a single Reds fan is here. I don't get it. No Phillip Reynolds, no Dave Little, no Brandon Baker. I mean, come on, really? Bottom of the 7th. This will probably be Tom Browning's last inning. 5-1. Howard Johnson leads off for the Mets. He had a home run his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Pitch from Browning. 1-2, strikeout chance. An 18 will be, he got him. Howard Johnson against the lefties, a 16, +2 from Shea Stadium makes him an 18. Johnson goes down. Strikeout number 6 from Browning. Shea Stadium does not help Johnson out that time. That's out number 1. Here's Rafael Santana. Maybe they're recovering from Saturday's chat. Yeah, possibly, Tribe fan. 1 out. Browning will pitch to Santana. That's a 3-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Santana will swing. 6-5. Fly ball right field. That'll be caught by Parker, out number 2. Tom Gorman due to bat. They'll go to the pit. They'll go to the bench. And it will be Lenny Dykstra coming up to pinch it. He has the most at-bats on the bench, even though it's left on left. Lenny Dykstra against Tom Browning with 2 outs. Can Dykstra come through with a hit to keep the inning alive? Browning's pitch, 3-4. Strikeout chance, 8. Got him. Dykstra goes down on strike. 6 + 2 is 8. And he gets him. That's strikeout number 7 for Browning as Shea Stadium punishes the Mets this time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 7, still 5-1 Reds. Top of the 8th inning. Cesar Cedeno will come up to bat. Mets will go with McDowell. Roger McDowell, 6-5, 17 saves, 2.83 ERA. He will now come on to pitch. The Reds have 3 straight right-handers coming up. So let's see what McDowell can do. Since Gooden, the Mets bullpen has kept the Reds from scoring any extra runs. Pitch from McDowell, 4-5. Wild pitch, fouled away. Strike 1. McDowell will do it again, 3-6. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 1-2. And that is a rare play. So let's see what we get. That is a 32 with rare play, no men on base. And it's a grounder to second base who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Resolve play using a range play check for the first baseman to see if he scoops the ball, otherwise E4. So it's a grounder to second. Backman's got it, throws to first. Hernandez's range is a 5, and he's got it. No error, makes the play, out number 1. And that just goes as a ground out to second. Here's Nick Asaski. Bad throw by Backman, but Hernandez makes the play. That's what happens when you have a Gold Glover at first base. Here's Asaski. Asaski is 1 for 3. He hit a home run today. McDowell's pitch, 2-5. That's a blank. Asaski gets the swing, 3-4, and he pops it up to short. That's out number 2. And now Dave Concepcion. Yep, Keith Hernandez, not iron. That's right. Tribe fan says Keith Hernandez, not iron. Here's the pitch from McDowell. 6-1, that's a blank. Concepcion gets the swing, 4-2. Single past Backman. That's going to be a base hit for Concepcion. He will get a 2-out single and hold it first. Concepcion 2 for 3 with a walk. And here's Ron Oster with 2 outs. I am not rolling Strat, but I am rolling for pickoff. McDowell, a 15, no play. 2 outs. McDowell will now pitch to Oster. That's a 5-6, hit by pitch, and that's going to be too high. Oster will swing, 2-3, line drive right to second. Backman makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Reds. Still 5-1, but the Mets are running out of outs. Tom Browning has pitched an absolute gem, but will be tired after 2 batters. I wonder if I want him to bat or want him to pitch. Or I think if the Reds, I think you got to go to the pen and close this game out. Switch hitters, let's see what you want here. Reds are going to go to the bench and go to the pen. That will be it for Browning. Pitches a gem, but they're going to go to the pen and try to close this game out. Coming on to pitch for the Reds will be Tom Hume. 3-5, 3 saves, 3.26 ERA. Ted Power is the better bull reliever, but I want right-handers in there for the Reds for the time being. Mookie Wilson will bat against Hume. Bottom of the 8th inning. Hume with the pitch. 6-1, strikeout chance, gets Wilson easily with a 1. First out. Wilson goes down. The batter now is Wally Backman. Hume will pitch. 5-2, strikeout chance, 12. That's too high. Backman has a 9, plus 2 from Shea Stadium is 11, but that was a 12. Backman does get to swing. 4-4 against the righty. That's a base hit. Single past second base. Backman gets to first. Backman will hold. The next batter is Keith Hernandez. Hume will pitch to Hernandez. 1 out. The infield is halfway. No strat, but I am rolling for pickoff. And there's an 18, no play. Hume will pitch. And that is a 2-1. That's a range play. Hernandez gets the swing. 4-5. It's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Rose. His range is a 1. His range is a 1, but with the infield halfway, his range actually becomes a 0. I do not believe it can go any lower than 1, but it's a roll anyway. It's a 6, not a chance. That's going to be a base hit. And is it a single or a double? That's a single. Backman with a base running rating of 4. So the G3 becomes an S9, and that would be to get the third. 4 plus 2 is 6. Is 6. The right fielder is Parker. He subtracts 1. So a 1-5, Backman gets the third. That is a 1 he does with no problem. Hernandez with a base running rating of 3 with a 1 on the white die. He will take second on the throw. Runners at second and third and 1 out. The Mets are in business. And the batter is Gary Carter. Infield goes to normal. They're going to play normal, and the Reds are going to play for the out. They will not call the infield in with a 5-1 lead. Hume will pitch to Carter. Infield normal, 1 man out. No strat roll, but I am rolling for pickoff. No play. Hume does not have a pickoff chance, but he has a balk chance. So I still have to roll for that. Carter is 0 for 3. Can he come through with a hit now? Hume's pitch. 5-6 against a righty. That's a strikeout plus 10. Against a righty's a 6. Becomes a 16 plus 2 is an 18. He struck out Carter. Oh, big K by Hume. 2 outs. And now it's up to Darryl Strawberry with runners at second and third. I was thinking you may walk him and pitch to Foster, but you do not bring the tying run to the plate. So Hume will pitch to Strawberry. Rolling a pickoff. No chance. Hume will pitch. That's a 5-4. It's a walk chance. The 5 is good. Strawberry walks to the first base, and the bases are loaded. And the batter is George Foster. Two outs. Tom Hume. He will be tired after Foster. I'm going to go check the pen. I'm going to check the pen, but I really don't think it matters. I think Hume's the guy to have on there for the Reds. And the answer is yes. So Hume will pitch to Foster. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Rolling for pickoff. It's a 12, no play. Hume sets and deals. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-1 strikeout chance. 11, got him. He struck him out. Oh, he strikes out Foster. Against the righties, an 11 plus 2 is a 13, and the 11 gets him. And Tom Hume silences the Shea Stadium crowd. No runs, 2 hits, and a walk. It's still 5-1 Reds. Oh, a great chance for the Mets goes by the board. We go to the top of the 9th. McDowell will pitch to Bo Diaz, and we'll see a pinch hitter for Hume. Roger McDowell will pitch, and that's a 1-5. That's a strikeout chance, and he gets Diaz on a K. Struck him out. That one is good, and he has him. Pinch hitter coming in for Hume. That's the 9th inning, so we can now use the best overall average. And coming on to bat for the Reds will be Tony Perez. Batted .328. Tony Perez goes up against Roger McDowell with 1 out. Foster did not bite the hand that once fed him. Pitch from McDowell. 1-1. Strikeout chance. 5 is good. Perez goes down. McDowell strikes out Perez. And now Eddie Milner will bat. Pitch from McDowell. That's a 1-2 against the lefty. It's a blank. Milner gets the swing, 4-5, and against the righty, grounds it right back to McDowell. He'll toss it over to first and end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning from McDowell. Will we see some 9th inning magic? 5-1 Reds going to the bottom of the 9th. But the Mets will have to do it against Ted Power. Best reliever, 8-6, 27 saves, 2.70 ERA. Ted Power coming on to pitch for the Reds. Howard Johnson will lead off. He bats .242. At least I really don't think I can bring anybody in at the moment. And you need to save a pinch hitter for the pitcher spot. Howard Johnson against Power. Bottom of the 9th inning. Pitch from Power. 2-1. Walk chance. 5 is good. Howard Johnson walks. He walks the leadoff batter. Against the righty, it's a 6. -1 is a 5. That's a 5. And Johnson goes to first. Leadoff runner on. Leadoff man on. Infield goes halfway. And now Rafael Santana will get a chance to swing. No strat roll. Power has no pickoff, and it's still the magic number is 13. So magic number's got to be 10 or lower for me to do a strat roll. So Power will pitch to Santana. Power with the pitch. 4-1. Possible error. Santana swings. 2-3. It's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Concepcion. His ever rating is a 9. That's a 14, no error. Now, double play. Double play rating 2. +1 is 3. +1 is 4 for halfway. Second baseman Oster gets no adjustment. A 1-4. They turn it. They don't. Johnson gets to second base. The throw goes to first to get Santana. Out number 1. Oh, they don't turn the double play, but they do get the out. Johnson goes to second, and the only play was at first on a 6. We'll see a pinch hitter. 1 out. The infield is now normal. And the best batter they have on the bench right now is Rusty Staub. Batted .267 with only 45 at-bats in 1985. The Met bench is really not that good after Heap and Staub. Really. Johnson on its second. Rusty Staub, Hall the very good, definitely. You could make an argument for putting him in the Hall of Fame if you want to, but I definitely Hall the very good. Too bad he retired before 1986. If he just played with the Mets one more year, he'd have that World Series title. And I think that would have been enough to put him in. 1 out. Johnson on its second. Staub the batter against Power. Here's the pitch. And that's a 4-2. It's a blank. Staub gets the swing. 2-3. Single into left field. That's a base hit for Staub. Pinch hit. Robert Johnson's base running rating is a 3. To get from home to get to home from second on a single to left, you add 1. It's a 4. The ball is hit to Cedeno. He adds 1. It's a 5. A 1-5. Johnson will score. It's a 6. He does not. The throw comes to the plate. He's gunned down at the plate. Holy cow! Cedeno guns him out on a 6. Johnson thrown out by Cedeno. Staub holds it first, but Johnson thrown out on a 6, and is the only roll that could have gunned him down. A 6-5, he is out of there. And Staub has to hold. Has to hold because his base running rating is a 1, and it doesn't beat the 5. 2 outs. What a throw by Cedeno. It's a base hit, but Johnson is gunned down. 2 outs now. As Tim Pepper says, he tripped coming around third. Now it's up to Mookie Wilson with 2 outs. Reds dugout ready to cheer. 1 out away from winning this tournament. Wilson is 1 for 4. No strat roll, no pickoff. Staub's base running rating is a 1, but his run doesn't mean anything. Here's the pitch from Power. It's a 2-3. It's a strikeout chance. 14. That's a 13. +2 is 15. That's a 14. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the game. Reds win it all 5-1 as they beat the New York Mets to win the championship. Congratulations to the Cincinnati Reds, your 1985 one-and-gone champions. Final line score coming up. Yep, the rabbit stays in the hat. No magic today. At least not for me. No runs and a hit. 2, 4, 6, 7. Errors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, For the Cincinnati Reds, 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. For the Mets, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. Tom Browning gets the win. He was incredible tonight. Unfortunately, Dwight Gooden took the loss. He was wild thing all over the place. And there is a hold for Tom Hume. He does get a hold, but there is no save for Ted Power as he just closed it all today. Not a happy recap for the Mets today. Cincinnati Reds are your one-and-gone champions. Like to remind you, tomorrow we go ahead with Inside Pitch Seasons. We will play Game 6 of the 1986 World Series between the Mets and the Red Sox for Inside Pitch Seasons. And tonight, Giants take on the Cardinals in Payoff Pitch 85 season. I do have another one-and-gone tournament scheduled, but I won't tell you the year until we get there. 2015 is definitely one of the years, but we may do a couple tournaments before we get to 2015. So we'll see what we do next. Meanwhile, we'll do Inside Pitch Seasons until we get there. Tim Pepper, Bears Den, after further review with Steve Tower for Remain 90. Thank you all for joining me today. It was another great tournament. Looking forward to another one, and we will see what happens in the future. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. We'll see you guys later. What a tournament. Great. Too bad my Mets couldn't do it, but I have no problem with the Reds doing it. They earned it today. Reds over the Mets 5-1. Cincinnati Reds 1985 one-and-gone champions. They go into the Hall of Champions. See you guys later. Take care.